That doesn't really mean anything.
Hillary Clinton has also been in the news, obviously, this weekend, and there was a leaked audio file that the Washington Free Beacon, a conservative website, put out where Hillary Clinton is talking about, this is back in, I think, February, talking about Bernie Sanders supporters that some see in a derogatory way. Let's listen.
Some are new to politics completely. They're children of the Great Recession, and they are living in their parents' basement. They feel that they got their education and the jobs that are available to them are not at all what they envisioned for themselves, and they don't see much of a future. I think we all should be really understanding of that, and we should try to do the best we can, not to be a wet blanket on idealism. You want people to be idealistic, you want them to set big goals, but to take what we can achieve now and try to present them as bigger goals.
Bernie Sanders responded to this, Errol, over the weekend, where he was like, yeah, she's right. They don't see much of a future. I mean, he, sort of did her a favor by saying that he didn't take offense at this. What's the impact?
That's right. I mean, yeah, it's interesting. Who else said that was Paul Ryan. If you go back and listen to his 2012 convention speech, he said something quite similar, saying that there were people living in their parents, up in their old room with an Obama Hope poster falling off the wall and wondering when their life was going to start and so forth. And look, Bernie Sanders pointed out that he knows what fueled his rise. And what fueled his rise was exactly what Hillary Clinton was just talking about. The children of the Great Recession, burdened with student loans, no job opportunities, or nothing close to what they felt that they had been promised. I mean, it's genuine. The polls pick it up. The voting behavior picks it up. I don't think there's any political fallout for her at all, other than the fact that these people might now become Jill Stein or Gary Johnson voters, which, depending on the state we're talking about, could be a real big problem.
Well, the reason that the Washington Beacon would put this out is that there's an opportunity to say she is disrespecting the burners, throwing cold water on their dreams, and making them seem like of lowly status. Does it take?
I think it's always uncomfortable when people and groups hear themselves described to third parties behind closed doors like this. We heard a little bit of it with the whole deplorables speech that she gave. This was not something that was even remotely as incendiary as those comments about some of Donald Trump's supporters, but we forget that part of that speech was talking about Donald Trump's support coming from people who don't see an economic future for themselves and the need to empathize with those people. I just think the feeling of hearing an audio tape inside a fundraiser with a lot of rich people talking about you and people like you in general terms, it's always unsettling for people. And so it's Hillary Clinton's job to reassure Sanders supporters, as it was, by the way, before this audio file, that she really does get them and wants to support them.
Right. And he did her a favor by saying she does get you. Right. Panel, thank you very much.
Bill